I decided to take a little drive today to Patoka Lake. Patoka Lake has a couple really nice campgrounds. One of them is the modern campground, and the other one is where I'm standing right now, and it's called the Fisherman's Campground. But I'm going to show you a couple improvements they've done, at least to the Fisherman's Campground, that's pretty impressive. Hey, I'm glad you came along. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Coming right up. There's certain places in southern Indiana you can go and get away from the city lights, get away from most of the light pollution, and really get a good view of the stars up there. One of them is Patoka Lake. Patoka Lake, Indiana, southern Indiana, in Wycliffe, Indiana. I actually camped here one night, a meteor shower going on. We brought one of those plastic chairs that fold out both ways and you can lay out flat in it. Cracked the back up just a little bit, put my sleeping bag down, a pillow, and just sat there and looked straight up at the sky. So I could see exactly where the meteor shower was coming from, and they were just coming right at me, just left, right. It was pretty cool. But you can see things like that here at Fisherman's Campground at Patoka Lake. It is wide open. Now maybe in the busy season, if this was full of campers, nah, not my cup of tea. I'd rather have a little bit more privacy. The beginning of December, there's nobody here, and there probably won't be anybody here probably the rest of the winter into early spring. But let me show you a couple improvements they've done that's pretty impressive. Brand new. These are so expensive to build. These are the new kind of outhouses compared to the old outhouses that you'd walk in. They smelled bad. They were in bad shape. These black pipes above here, the sun will heat them up and actually draw the fumes up out of the actual outhouse itself. All the concrete here is brand new. And there are 1, 2, 3, there's at least 3 or 4 of these in the Fisherman's Campground. That's a lot of money sitting there. Pretty impressive, Patoka Lake. Nice job. I'm going to take a drive around, but this is a good choice for you here. And I also notice it looks like to me like www.campindiana.com. You can actually make reservations now and come on up, because the gatehouse is closed. Rather than to try to go to the main office when it's open, you can do that. When you pull in Patoka Lake, there's the main office. You can pull in there, but they're only open from 8 to 4 p.m. So it's pretty nice that at home you can make a reservation, come on out here at any time, and I guarantee you're not going to find anybody out here. You're going to have any spot you want. The Fisherman's Campground. This here is Patoka Lake in Wycliffe, Indiana. It's a beautiful lake, good fishing, good hunting, good hiking. Now this over here is the boat ramp. Out on the big lake there, it's pretty windy. I can really see the wind going by. I came here one time in January. It had gotten a little bit warmer, And I thought, hey, I'm going to come camping. Took my kayak, my sea kayak, put it on the Subaru, came here that night, got here probably a little after midnight, parked, just slept in the car. Yeah, she's pretty windy today. But anyway, so I camped, got up the next morning, pretty chilly, but still I was pretty excited about it. Opened the door, got out of the car, looked at the lake, solid ice. Frozen solid. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking for some reason because it had gotten warmer, maybe it thawed. Didn't do any good. This is a very nice spot. Another thing about this campsite right here, and anybody that's been here before, say the last 5 years or before that, this used to have, this whole campsite section right here had giant ash trees in it, and they're all dead. They've all been cut down, and that's that ash borer. So hey, if you come camping, be sure and not bring firewood. You have to buy it here, because if you don't, and you get caught bringing your own wood in, unless it's a specific kind of wood, kiln dried wood, they're going to ticket you. And I think I saw somewhere it might be like $500 for a ticket. So don't bring your own firewood here. They're serious about it, because there were literally probably at least 20 old growth ash trees that just shaded this area up so nice right through here. And the way it goes, the ash borer's killing them all. So they chopped them up, got rid of them, and now you kind of got an open space here. Good for stargazing, bad for summertime sun. Woo! Okay, that's just a little tour of Fisherman's Campground. The gatehouse is closed. Once again, you can get on www.campindiana.com. Make reservations, come on out. You're not going to find anybody here. Even if you do, very few people would be here during the wintertime. Now, Fisherman's Campground does not have electric. If you want heat, you got to bring your own heat source along, or just bring you a couple big sleeping bags. That's how I always do it. It's not bad, unless it's down in the 20s, even below that. Hey, it's pretty nice. Camp out. Actually, I've got my little machine right here. A lot of times I'll come here and I'll take the Montana right here. It's pretty nice. Got the bed in it, a couple sleeping bags, bring the dog Jazz. Hey, I'm comfortable. Fisherman's Camp now only available on www.camp.indiana.com. And actually that is www.camp.in.com. So I want to make sure I got that right. All right, I see they've got some firewood here. Firewood, $7 a bundle. It is locked up, so I guess you have to pay at the front gate and they'll come unlock it for you. I guess is how that works. I'm not sure. $7? You know, that's a shame that firewood has gotten so expensive like that. $7 a bundle. I remember $5 a bundle seemed like that was just way too much, because you know you only get maybe 6 pieces in that. And what I found though, if I do buy it, I'll take it, I'll chop it up into tiny pieces and build a little fire rather than have some kind of a big fire. You know, the old saying is, red man build small fire, sit close. White man build big fire, sit far away. Here we go. Here's the backcountry sites right here. And you just take your stuff and truck on back there and find you a place to camp back there. That's if you want to do a little backpacking. It's not like going in the mountains or going way out into the wilderness, but it'd still be an adventure, especially if you've never backpacked before. You can really practice and get your technique down. So that's pretty nice. It's December 2nd and I don't see anybody here, and it's actually a Friday and I don't see anybody here. Let me see if I can't find a price for you on here. I'm not sure what Patoka Lake the prices are. They do not have any prices on here. They don't have any prices at all. So I guess you got to go to that website and figure out how much they're going to charge you, but I think it's probably going to be around $15, $20 if I had to guess. All right, let's go over to the modern campground and we'll take a look at that. Here we are at the modern campground, only a few miles from the Fisherman's campground. Let's walk up here and see if it's going to show us how much it costs to camp here. Now, these modern sites, they do have electric, and I actually see one motorhome inside there, which they may be using the electric, maybe not. They may be all self-contained anyway. Ice is $4.50 a bag, $2 for a 7-pound bag, 20-pound bag is $4.50. So that's a pretty good price right there. This is the modern campground, and it is very, very nice. I like this campground a lot, and a lot of times, you know, it takes another $10-15 to camp here, but it's pretty nice because you can plug in and you can bring a little heater with you and plug it in. That makes it pretty nice. So let's go ahead and drive around, and I'll kind of show you the sites. It looks like sites 1 through 118 are open. Let's take a look at them and see what it looks like. A pretty good tour of the modern campground. Just so many sites. Well, 118 sites available, and as of right now, once again, it's a little bit early on Friday. It's not quite 3-4 o'clock, somewhere in that range, but I see one other camper and 118 sites here. So you don't have to worry about a lot of people coming in and bugging you, especially this time of year. It's going to get a little chilly tonight, probably down right around 40 degrees, but hey, you know what? If you've got a good warm sleeping bag, or you have one of them little buddy heaters or something like that, you'll be just fine. No problem at all. The modern flush toilet bathrooms, and I think several of them have showers with them, but they're all closed. Like this one right here, you can see everything is shut off except for the very first one when we pull in, which I'll show you has some lights on it up here. That's where that camper is parked. The one that is here, he's parked right across the street from it. That one is open. They do keep that one open. I think the price for this one is about $25 a night, and that does include your electric and your water. You can get it up there at number 1. I actually have a son-in-law, Joel, that has been talking to me about coming out here. He's really wanting to camp underneath the stars when it's crystal clear and just look up and just watch the stars. I can relate to that. It's a pretty cool thing to do. So I'm going to hook up with him. We're going to come out here within the next 30 days or so. You know, either here at the modern campground or the Fisherman campground, we're going to come out here. We're going to camp right in the middle of the field, and that way this vista, you have this complete vista above you. If you want to go camping in the wintertime, I'm on so many Facebook pages when it comes to camping, pop-up camper, regular camper, you know, tent camping, and everybody puts their gear up come late October, and that's it. They put their gear up, they don't come back out till May. I understand that. It gets pretty cold. You want to rug it just a little bit. Bring you a nice big sleeping bag. Bring you something to sleep on so you're not sleeping on the cold ground. And it's so quiet. Hey, it's pretty cool when you camp in the snow too. That's one of my favorite things to do. It is like silent, especially if there's a little bit of snow coming down. Wow. That's pretty cool. You get to hear all the animals too. If you camped out here tonight, I guarantee you'd hear a lot of packs of coyote, probably deer running around, maybe some bobcats, things like that. Nothing that's going to hurt you too bad. Maybe if you had some chicken grease down your shirt or something, coyote might try to get on you. Besides that, they ain't going to bother you. All right, I'm going to finish this up. I'll show you where that one bathroom that's open. Woo! There's a big cold front coming in right now, coming in from Colorado. Hey, I do appreciate you coming to the channel. That's LAF Space Film Fest, capital LAF Space Film Fest. Hey, if you would hammer down that subscribe button, I appreciate it. Helps me to come here, do little tours like this of the Patoka Lake Modern Campground, the Fisherman Campground. Hey, just in case you're getting that feeling of that you want to get out in the outdoors, whether it's winter or not, hey, it's all out here waiting for you. Okay, here's that bathroom number 1. It's the only one open, or I think it's bathroom A, the only one open. So if you want a bathroom, you want to take a shower, you want a flush toilet, There would be the place to camp. Yeah, so if you decide to come on up here to the modern campground, the stay would be right next to that bathroom, especially if you think you're going to use the bathroom. But you can see behind me here comes a DNR guy. They do patrol it, so you do have a sense of a little bit of security here. And that's pretty nice. They patrol it. You know, the people that take care of like the Patoka Lake and the Hoosier National Forest over at Indian Salina Lake, they live close by. They're always kind of driving around and taking care of things. You know, they're not going to be there 24/7 as security, but, you know, in case something happened and a call came in to the sheriff's department or something, they also are manned on their radios and they would be here pretty quick. The modern campground, you can see Section A, sites 1 through 18. Those are the ones that are going to be available. And then you have right here, Section B, 119 through 245. They are not available. You can see they've got them gated off. It makes sense. You know, why have the whole thing open when they're even 10% of the 118 taken? That would surprise me. Most of the time, it's just 1 or 2 campers here the whole time. To camping at this time, no camping beyond this point. So you want to take care. You don't want to take and try to drive around this gate right here and drive back here, because that old boy in that truck, he'll find out. He'll come get you. And he'll tell you got to move on right in the middle of the night. Got to move on. All right, winter's here. Hear that guy right there? Yep. Oh, got a couple of them up in the trees. Nice thing about camping in the winter is you get to hear the animals. There's nobody else making noises. It's just nice and quiet out here. So this is Patoka State Park. And the state of Indiana has really done well on their budgets. I heard the other day we got a record-breaking tax surplus in the black for like, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen years in a row. And most Hoosiers actually got a small tax refund check because we're doing so well. But I've noticed we've really invested heavy in this park with all the new bathrooms over at Fisherman's Campground. And this is brand new too, right here. So this is pretty exciting. Once again, I don't have a motorhome. I don't have a big camper, so I don't use facilities like this. But if you do, you'd be pretty excited to see this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 stations, 4 dump stations, and water. You can get water here. It's pretty nice when your state has enough money to invest into things, which I feel is pretty important, and that's like camping, outdoors, wilderness, things like that. Starting to rain just a little bit. Won't be able to stay out here very long, but this gives you the good sense of how big Patoka Lake is. And this is one of the large parts of the actual lake itself, and that's a nice beach down there. It's usually got a lot of people down there during the summertime, but yeah, the rain's coming in, but you can kind of see how wilderness, how big and vast everything is. And especially this time of year, you'll see eagles here, you'll see all kind of animals here. It's just a mini tour. I have a couple other videos of Patoka Lake. Check them out on my channel. Hope you enjoyed that little tour. And you have a good day.